Alright, welcome back to Black Latch Trivia Night, doing some more Lord of the Rings Online. If you remember, we were doing some book quests. I'm not sure where we are. Epic, Volume 1, Book 4, Chasing Shadows. Again, I think the overall point of this one is to track down one of the Nazgul that, again, in the stories, the river comes, swallows them up. And, yeah, this is dealing with the aftermath of that action. I think they accounted for 8 of the Nazgul. There's one that's wandering the Troll Shaws. We've been moving in and out around there. You can see the quest is red, which is good in terms of getting a bunch of XP for completing it, but it's a little tricky because that means we're right on the cusp of level requirements. So I keep saying this over and over that I need to maybe potentially just gain an extra level of buffer so we stop having these periods where I'm not qualified level-wise, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just see where we are. I know we're near, I think, Weather Top. I think that's what this camp is, if we... unless he moved. But I thought we were somewhere near Weather Top. Let's take a look at the map. We're not anywhere near Weather Top. I take that back. I thought this was the camp right over here, but it's not. So let's see what our actual mission is and let's get going. Find the Onod. And again, this is Book 4, Chapter 6 of Volume 1 of the Epic Quests. So let's see what we got. I'm going to skip those. One of the Onodrim, a creature of ancient days, was seen in the Valley of the Giants south of the High Moor, high above the Bruinen. Barishen reportedly saw the Onod standing next to some mighty trees as he came south into the valley. Barishen reported seeing one of the Onodrim somewhere in the Troll Shaws, and Illidan thinks it's possible that this Onod might know something of the missing Nazgul's whereabouts. Yeah, so the last quest we were basically having to search these caves to see if maybe the Nazgul took refuge in any one of them, and the answer was no, the Nazgul did not. But you could look at it one way as like, oh, that was a bunch of wasted time on a busy work, or, you know, if you wanted to sort of put yourself more in character, give the game, you know, more in the spirit or whatever, you could say, you know, I was, you know, doing due diligence. But regardless, here we are. Let's figure out where we're going. Going to the Giant Valley, we're not that far. I guess that's probably why I came here. So gotta remember the buttons because I'm not playing Elden Ring anymore. I'm playing some Lord of the Rings Online, so I have to get used to keyboard controls again. You see something really quickly. Whatever. I think I've said this before, because I play this in windowed mode, because I have an ultra-wide monitor, it, sometimes there's like black bars on my image when I'm recording, so I gotta figure that out later on, I guess. Whatever. I think if I had to do it all over again, I don't know what I would do. I've seen some interesting setups recently. Because again, I'm trying to do the setups that make the most sense for work. Work has to come first. And until I'm making like ninja streamer money doing this, then. But I did see a setup recently that I thought was interesting. And that was... seems like a lot going on here. That was like a... more like, I have the most ultra-wide, but what I thought I saw was like the next rung down, like a 21 by 9 ultra-wide. And there were 2 stacked on top of each other. And, you know, so I dropped the one I have in front of me down a little bit. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Drop the one I have in front of me down a little bit, then I could put my streaming camera between the monitor, one up top, and or maybe even like a 16 by 9. You don't even have to be so wide. And then the thought I had in addition to it was, you know, get the two, you know, 1440p monitors stacked, camera in the middle. So I'm sort of looking at it. And then they make these 18 by 16 sort of squarish monitors. 18 by 16 is not quite 4 by 3, but putting those on the sides. Because the main thing I wanted was to have like a continuous panel in the middle. Because when I had dual monitors, there was like the bezels. And this would put the bezels off to the side. The square monitors means they wouldn't. I'm a little nervous about fighting these things. Got healing going again, because I'm just gonna spam healing combos to try and hang in there. Maybe I'll do a defense double shield for a defensive strike. Have to remember what my combos actually are. So I know there were ones that would put bleed on it, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Anyway, it's just, I mean, I would never do this because it's a total waste of money. You know, I just have to live with what I have. But it does make for some interesting conundrum streaming. Like when I do 1440... For Elden Ring, it's not weird. It's only Lord of the Rings that's a little weird being windowed at 1440. Alright, I think I got this. Oh, okay, so we're not going that deep into the valley here. What's the quest? Defeat drakes in the giant... it's only 6. Does that not count? Okay, that does. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so let me do something real quick. Settings, video. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I can change it when it's recording, so I'm not going to stop the stream just for this. But I think on the stream you can see there's a little bit of a black bar. Yeah, those 18 by 16 monitors are sort of my new fascination. They seem like the perfect sort of side monitor, second screen. So you can have like the big spectacle right in front of you. That's why I never put like a 16 by 9 one dead centers, because I couldn't fit something off to the side. But these 18 by 16 ones, you might be able to. So that's who you have to talk to, so you might as well bang that out. You can tell when the quest is like a flaming ring, that means it's a book quest. Oh, okay. The Onaut stares at you with expressionless eyes. Its bark-like skin is coiled with corruption, and its mouth open and closes soundlessly. Suddenly, the deep wells of its eyes ripple with anger. Can't tell if I'm experiencing lag or not. There we go. No? Okay, so I'm definitely experiencing lag. Although I don't know exactly how lag works. There we go. Because it's not like my movement is impeded. But my attacks definitely are not doing anything. Never say die. What does that do? Strike with safeguard. Okay. Gives me 5 Lotro points. Perfect. I don't care. I need 2 more of these to complete that. So safeguard, the one I just did, is when I do a shield, spear, shield. It's currently my highest level healing. I was almost tempted to see how this worked in my sort of basement backup recording area, just to see how viable it was, but I figured I would just take it easy, sit in the air conditioning. You've seen, if you've watched any of the recent Black Lodge stuff, you've seen my backup basement setup. It's definitely has that backup basement vibe, but I think I've gotten it to where it works now, which I guess is something. But one of the core of it now is a Rode Streamer X, which is an all-in-one audio video capture device. This is about to go poorly because that giant gray stone hoof's about to get in on this. I'm worried there's a second Drake about to get in on this. So I'm going all in on healing. See how long it can last. Put this guy down really quickly. Ken. put some damage over time on him, I think, hoping to speed up the process a little bit, see if it helped. All right. Anyway, the fact remains, at least for me, that I don't know if I figured out the perfect monitor setup for how I want to work that covers everything. Tempted by what's that building? Is that another giant? Arrow fail. Interesting. Okay. Because there's sort of like, you know, dueling purposes at this point. You know, when I used to just play video games, this monitor I could make work. Recording video games is a little bit different. But it's one of those things where, having never done any of this before, you know, I can't learn it until I screw it up. But as a non-billionaire, I need to not just say, yeah, and start over. But I was talking about the Streamer X. It's interesting. Like, I had a lot of issues with it. I haven't tested it on our online recording. Where am I trying to go with this? Eladan. Where's Eladan? Oh, way down there? Okay. So that's a Thorin had. Let's see if I can take a stable master. The Thorin had. There we go. Let's do Swift. So when I tried doing the Streamer X the first time, it was a mess. And so then I slapped in just a boring ass USB mic. And I tried, you know, it's the second time I did it down there, I did a boring ass USB mic. But I think I got the Rode Streamer X to work, but this is something I've heard reviewers online talking about, and it seemed weird, but it's definitely something where it doesn't always work right when you start your computer. Sometimes you have to unplug it and plug it back in. And then I also have to say, compared to the Wavelink audio managing software that comes with the Elgato Stream Deck, I do not like the Rode. I don't know what theirs is called. It's not Rode Central, it's the other one. I had a lot of trouble with that. But now that I've got a Stream Deck Plus with some knobs, and I've got the Streamer X, I think I've got it working. So now I'm screwed out of the quest. This is what I was talking about just getting that buffer. Because now, what do I have quest-wise? So I'm about halfway, no, 2/3 of the way to level 35. And I can't quest here. Where is a good level 35 questing area? Is there stuff back in... North Downs is not it, but I was wondering if Evenden, because I like that area at least. Let's head over there, because this is going to keep happening, and it gets a little annoying to like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. I just want to hit a book quest and go. Honestly, I'm not even sure. Let me just Google it real quick. What am I, level 34? So let me Lotro level 34 guide. Where do I want to go? Levels 32 to 40 in the Troll Shaws. Troll Shaws, Tinadir, that's where I am right now. but I'm at 30. Osferod is 34 to 36, which might be better. Thorinhead is... That's where I just was, though. Rivendell, 38 to 40. That's the Troll Shaws. So Osferod is one thing they're saying. Let's see what they got up there. Or let's see. I'm seeing something over here. Curious if it's like one of those dailies, though. Those get tedious.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Let's see. Talk to Kelsey west of Tinadir. Okay. Fortress of the North. Kelsey west. I've come to this camp to enlist the aid of the rangers with the problems that face my people, but these men seem so distrustful. It's almost as if they think Osferod is full of tomb robbers. Certainly times are hard. Okay. Talk to Chawe at Tinadir. Is that just going back to this guy? Pains me to admit that the boy's not wrong. My very impression of him proved that just now. He comes asking for help, something we used to openly give to all, and we watch from the distance. We once had an agreement in place with the people of Osferod. Okay, yada yada yada. Tell Kelsey that the Rangers will uphold their portion of the whatnot. I think I ran away before I...
How can I be of service? How can I be of service?
Oh, they said they would help. Okay. There's much to do in Osferod. Okay, so now we're going to go talk to Basil Gummidge. The only reason why... I probably should just stick to the Troll Shaws, but the problem I have with the Troll Shaws, you might have seen... I don't know if it's the last session or the session before, where certain parts of it are just completely maze-like, and I spend more time just trying to get back and forth than I do actually banging out quests. And I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of kick ass, so I need to bang this stuff out. I'm not here to spend time on it. I'm here to get what I need to get back to the book quests. And again, that's what I, beyond actually genuinely enjoying this area is easy to navigate for the most part. There's got to be other 38 to... Eve Spires. That's also here in Evendim. I'm not sure where that is, though. We haven't spent much time down here. I expect it to be doing stuff down here by this point. I'll take this. It says find Nat Rapkins, so we'll figure that out. There's Basil or Basil. Fortress of the North. Okay, let's finish this quest. And let's Spies and Robbers this one. Talk to Elliot. I don't know where Elliot is, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so where are we going? We gotta go out here. We gotta go up there. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, but let's see how long we can go this evening. It's technically school night, so to speak, but I don't have to get up quite so early now that the kids are out of school, so. Oh, I feel bad. I've actually never done a raid, so I'd feel a little badly. I've always been curious, to be honest with you. I've done one raid, I should say that. But I'd be hesitant because I don't know how to play my class. Because I solo everything. And, I'd be nervous that I'd be a drag. Because there's, like, things you can do to, you know, certain combos that will, like, do AoE, like, threat, pull. You know, so everybody starts ganging up on you. There's things you can do to, like, do heals. And I just don't know. In the heat of the moment, I'll just fall back on 3 different things, and I won't contribute as much as I feel like you need to on a raid. So I do feel badly about that. The other thing is, like, once you get in on a raid, I don't know if this is actually the case, but I feel an obligation to stick with it until it's done. And I just don't know if I'd be able to commit to that. Because I don't know how long they last. So, anyway. We'll pass on that for now.
Greetings.
Okay, so this is the guy we need to talk to for Basil. It's time to get to work. So let's see what he's got. I mean, we're literally standing in the middle of a pit of robbers. So, aid Elliot, aid Leighton, right there, and Wall. So we're going to be helping these 3 folks and see what they need.
Let's take a moment to get time.
Defeat 20 robbers.
Would you do something for me?
Search 14
Could I
items.
speak with you a moment?
Burn rowboats. Okay. Let's get to it. So yeah, like that Fierce Resolve looks like it does some healing. Now, if there were a group of them, I think it would pull from each one, so I'll have to remember that. That's the kind of stuff that I don't readily know. Getting a little bit more lag. But since I've last played this, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, the DLC, finally came out. And I have to say it is, so far, stunning. You'll hear me say this if you watch any of the Elden Ring stuff, but that may be one of my favorite games of all time. And I don't know if I need to do these anymore. And so far the DLC, so if you don't know, the DLC incorporates a new mechanic that sort of nerfs your character quite a bit in a couple different ways. It nerfs how much damage you do, and it increases the amount of damage you take. Whoops. But the good news is that you can find items that sort of negate the the nerfing. So it all seems like a lot of work. I'm not sure I love it, but it's the system we're dealt, and I think they've already started to make balance changes because a lot of people are thinking it's too hard. And what I've been doing so far, there's one session up, and I've been recording a second session. I'm trying to go longer on these sessions because doing it for scouting, that's the one I need, for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time means there ends up being like 300 sessions. And so I'll do longer chunks if people just want to have it on in the background or whatever, like I've been trying to do with this. But what I started realizing in the last bit that I was playing of Elden Ring is that there's some overlap in Dragon's Dogma, what draws me to that and what draws me to Elden Ring. And Elden Ring does it 150 million times better so far, from what I can see. And so it's tricky for me to want to get back to Dragon's Dogma when I've got Lord of the Rings Book Quest, which is just, again, great chill gaming, and Elden Ring, which delivers everything I want in exploration with kind of some of the best combat in computer gaming. So I think, and it doesn't help that Dragon's Dogma is so repetitive. So there's that. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is on hold for a while until I can clear Erd Tree off my plate. And then we'll even have to see after that because, like, I don't know how interesting it is to stream when it's so repetitive. The exploration is not nearly as satisfying as Elden Ring. I don't know. I know a lot of people expressed disappointment with Dragon's Dogma 2. Oops, and I kind of... Why is it... I kind of get it. It's fun, but it's not like, I don't know if it's terribly interesting. Especially the way the first one was, because it sort of broke norms and, why am I... Okay, let's try this. 4, 2, 3. Yeah, it takes... Let's see if I had 4. Oh, resolution. What does that do? Seems to do damage to the group and more healing. So now I'm getting weird. I don't know if it's a button I press that's making me... Nope. I don't know if I hit a key that's making it track this way. Like if I was just hitting random keys by accident. But it's really annoying. Getting lag now. Yeah, something's not... Okay, this should... Why did it not give me credit for that one? Go down one barrel. down to 1 barrel. Still need to burn rowboats. Let me see something here. Keyboard. Key mapping. Let's see. Move forward. Strafe. Walk more. No. No. Nope. Not quick slot bars. Selection. Select self. Nearest foe. Did I hit? Assist? I didn't hit that. I have no idea what I would have hit that's making me track like this. Music, no. Toggle target lock, that's what I did. Okay, so X. Hopefully that does it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can find 2 more rowboats. Anyway, but what I've discovered with the difficulty, I started listening to Fireside Chat's first impressions. I think I said this in the Elden Ring. I'm going to hold off listening to the rest, but I am going to check out the first impressions. And I think they tapped into something that I agree with, which is they get why the bosses in Elden Ring's DLC are the way they are. They're all like Millennia Plus kind of difficulty. Like really fast, tons of attacks, barely any moments to catch your breath, heal, or get an attack in edgewise, so to speak. And they said, you know, it's not that they can't do it. They'll eventually figure out how to do it. Put the time in, etc. They'll get there. And they did. I think they both said they defeated the DLC in their first impressions episode. But they find it boring. It's just the same kind of fight over and over and over again. And maybe like with, you know, differences that without distinction, so to speak. Or distinction without differences, whatever the expression is. So I kind of get it. The things I've fought have sort of been all in that vein. And I haven't done any bosses yet because once I knew about the scatter tree items, which are the things that let you negate the
How can I be of
nerfing.
service?
I decided let me explore as much as humanly possible
Greetings.
before I even face any real bosses. And I've had some luck. It's actually been quite fun. And this is the exploration
What can
stuff
I
I was
do
just
for
talking
you?
about. It's been really fun seeing all the
How
ways
can I
I
be
can
of
get to
service?
different parts of the map. Okay, so now we can get back to the book quests. Which I'm very seriously tempted to do. Let's see. I've said this before, my go-to is Vitality. Critical rating can also be good, I guess. but I think some of these are vitality. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh wait, no, it's not time yet. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
A simple quest to recover ancient Dunedain relics from the hands of the grave robbers who stole them has gone terribly awry. The thieves will not allow the Rangers and their allies to take their treasures from them so easily.
I don't know how I can help.
I do not yet wish to reveal myself to the tomb robbers as being the spy. Do not think less of me for remaining here and hiding. Hasten to help the Rangers around the island. I believe they set up camps. One stockpile is right here. Okay. So I think we're just here to help the Rangers. You got it. Where are they? I don't think I've done this quest before. I don't know if it's new or just, I like the idea of this, you know, the Rangers are finally coming together. We're going to take back this ruin. I don't know which one is the center encampment. So I'm using goad to try and get everybody on me as much as possible. You see the little red arrows popping up above their heads. Oh crap. Okay. Which way do I go? Getting a lot of lag again. Or was it lag? Maybe I just lost my target? Okay.
Greetings, friend.
All right, let's meet back at the camp.
What do you need?
And I can't remember. I think I was going to take this one. And let's see about... Ugh. Okay, so that's the one I want. And I want to replace... There we go. All right. Wait. What's this? Probably should be paying a lot more attention to my equipment, but there you go. All right, so find Nat Rapkins. Figure since we're here, finish up this one. Well, you know what? Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Oh dear.
You there. I attacked by Garadane. Terrible creatures. Take my pack. Bring it. Ostfarad. Okay. Yeah, it was going to take me a while to get here because I was about to try and swim in this inlet. You know what? Just gonna burn another one.
Woe to me. Might I take a moment of your time?
And then we'll pass.
What can I do for you?
Okay, what's this? Oh, well. Okay, so first and foremost, I gotta do some armor. Let me see. There's also a pair of pants, some leggings. If I can find them. Here we go.
What do you need?
Let me muster in the Lone Lands, and then hopefully it's easy to get east.
Well met.
What do you need?
Let's see what this guy has to say as well. Yep. Journey to the campsite at Gayrond in the angle of Mythiel or something. Let me grab that just to grab it.
Mind my words, traveler.
Okay, you are fortunate. The creature which you faced could not have been a true Onod. You could not have possibly have faced the might of one of the old ones, nor would you have to. They're friendly to the free people. A small company of elves from Mirkwood came to Imladris to consult with my father. Perhaps you could speak with them. Okay. So obviously there's Elrond, but where's the other one? Where's it trying to send me for? Just not seeing it. Take that one off the map. I think it's over here. Just buried by the horse icon. Let me see if I can stable master my way over there real quick.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so there's a chance I never unlocked it, but it'll let me do it for a coin. So let me blow the coin. We'll get it up and running. I just swore, though, well, who knows? In this campsite, we watch over the northern reaches. Current quests, available quests.
How can I be of service? Might you spare a moment of your time?
Okay, find the road to Etheldeer. Welcome to Haud Erthade, the Tomb of the Kingdoms. South of the camp, perched high above the rivers Etheldeer. Long have swarming enemies defiled that once grand stronghold. Travel there. Find to scout. Okay. Deliver her this letter. I guess what I need to do is I should grab a couple of these just for when I'm out leveled again. This seems to... Because I'm not in the troll shots. I was about to say, this seems more clearly marked. I don't remember this being its own area like this. That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure it was. I just completely blanked. But I'm going to stick with the book chapter, the chapter right now. See if we can get to Rivendell. I feel badly about not joining that raid, but I think it was the right thing to do. Is he in the hall or is he in the library? I thought he was in the library.
help is not in vain.
I'm glad you're able to serve my sons. Black Lodge, I feel that you are close to locating the Nazgul, and yet more evils reveal themselves. The elves of Mirkwood have encountered such evils before. My son was right to send you to me. Speak with Legolas, son of Thranduil, in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds us up the southern slope. Okay.
Stay a moment.
Okay. Let me hold off on that.
How can I be of service?
Hail to you, Black Lodge. If you did not bring such dire news, I would greet you more heartily. We of Mirkwood have indeed encountered these creatures before. Never suspect to see them again. A tribe of trolls once lived near Dol Guldur. We fought them. They're called wood trolls. At Dol Guldur, however, something caused them to join together. The king was raised among them. I believe something has once again united the wood trolls with the troll shots. But this place is far from Mirkwood. My father's warriors will not avail us.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
We must track the wood trolls to their lair. I can take you to them. Their tracks are easily distinguishable. Speak with me when you gathered such friends as you can trust. Okay, so we're going to get another one of those inspiration boons that never seems to work, but let's give it a shot.
There is an evil power at work.
An ancient evil, a corruption of the very nature of Middle-earth, threatens to spread its vile poison throughout the troll shores. This evil must be thwarted before it can be brought to bear against the hidden vale of Rivendell.
I'm troubled by these tracks.
Okay, these tracks are unusual. They are the print of wood trolls, but they're too large. Okay, let's see.
Danger is near, friend.
I don't think Legolas needs my help. Not gonna lie. Just eyeing Legolas's hit points getting down into the 5,000 range. I feel like I'm barely getting touched, so let me go beat on these guys a little bit.
Let us
And
continue.
he's ready to proceed. Yep, here we go. Can't tell if that heals Legolas when I do that. Maybe not. Okay. Okay, all right. I feel like I need to pay attention. I don't know if I actually do, to be honest with you. I'm sort of focusing like, okay, what's Legolas doing? And at that one point, you know, it was necessary to maybe give him a little relief, but honestly, we're gonna pop this guy and then take on that tree. Did I open up a spear shield? Wall of steel. Okay, I think that boosts defense a little bit, I think. I have no idea. Did you hear that? Here they come. I wonder if this is actually challenging if you don't get the boost and you have to play it in a fellowship. Get another ping about the raid.
There is an evil power at work.
Come now, some beast calls these fen crawlers. We must put an end to this creature, or to continue following the tracks through Gladalf. I've been hearing stuff that Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO is back on. I thought it was on for a while, then off for a while, so I'll be curious what that actually brings to the table. Because again, I think there's certain things they have access to and certain things they don't. Much like I assume this game. I feel like this game's feels like it's pretty extensive, but I know like the Rings of Power stuff suffers a little bit because of what they can and can't access. Suffers is a strong word, but I hear fans say what they need is the Silmarillion for what they're trying to do, and they can't do it. So it sort of jams up the storytelling a little bit. Why am I not? Okay. I wonder what this Gambit Chain Step 3 is. It seems like it must be some kind of bonus, but Step 1 Gambit Chain. Step 2 Gambit Chain. Trying to see where we're... Okay, so we're way up here on the north. Okay. Probably somewhere I got lost running around that one session, but... I wonder if this is sort of like the climax, so to speak, of this book. I mean, you're dealing with like a main character. And it is long, all things considered. Okay, here we go. Elite Master, it's got 14,000. Here we go. Gonna be doing a little bit of Dread. Let's get this going. Ooh, here we go. Still not attacking. Stack bleed. Pop out of that. And I've got 3 damage over times going. Ugh. There we go. There's more. Okay.
We are nearing the source of the evil.
I knew the moment we defeated the Caller of the Bog, first command over the creatures of the fen suddenly abated, but there's something still within Gladalf. The evil that corrupts this place did not vanish when you defeated that wood troll. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh, so hey, Luchador, how you doing? You just say in the chat, sorry, I just noticed that you just started playing the Warden. How do I like it? I will say the Warden is my favorite class. How are you finding it? I find it's my favorite class because I'm not good at this game, so it's got the durability to sort of be a jack of all trades in terms of getting in over your head by accident in combat. You can heal, you can buff yourself up on your defense, you can put bleed attacks on, you can do damage AoE, you can do damage over time. There's a lot of options that help me stay alive, where other classes I would find myself getting swamped and killed. But yeah, how are you finding it? I'm only level 9, so I'm fairly new to the... so far it's been fun at landscape difficulty. Oh, right, because now you can change... what is landscape difficulty 2? Is that hard, easy? I'm not popping off my... There we go. Right, because for people who don't know, they introduced a mechanic in this game where you can change the overall difficulty to... I don't know, does it change the experience you get? Does it change anything like that? Or does it just make the enemies have more HP or something, so you actually have to focus a little bit more on the combat? I believe it's called Fearless. Mobs hit harder and have more HP. Okay, cool. Are you enjoying it? Does it make the game more interesting for you? The way ahead is barred by the trees and roots. Now you say you're new to the game, so like, is this like your first time playing Lord of the Rings Online? Or is it just new to the class warden? Okay, for sure it makes you plan your pulls. You know, that's something I miss because, you know, here I am doing this quest where I barely have to pay attention. I'm escorting Legolas. He's fine. Back when I first started this game, when the game was relatively new, I think I mentioned this, I was playing a champion. And when I wasn't careful about my pulls, I would get destroyed. Now, who knows what else they buffed in the meantime, but the Warden was the first time where if I made a mistake with my pulls in a class, I didn't get destroyed for it. And that's what sort of made me fall in love with the Warden. Also, the mechanics I find very... How now I feel our final foe lies ahead. First time playing Lotro. I made a few other classes to try them out, but I didn't level them past 20. Is there one you're leaning? Oh, here we go. It's the Nazgul we've been searching for. Never forget your new master. He will remember. Prove your loyalty. Deal with these foes. It's cool that you're jumping into Lord of the Rings Online. How did you... What made you give it a shot? Captain is also fun. I've heard that. Captain is one I have not played a ton. The Warden... It's a little more involved than some of the other classes I've messed with. I mean, none of them are like brain surgery, but I do appreciate that. I feel like I have to... The mechanics are a little more involved, so it makes it a little bit more like playing a game for me. That's cool, though, that you're jumping into Lord of the Rings Online. I don't know if you're like a long-time MMO player, but I like the Tolkien universe and MMOs, so I gave it a try. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. I know the game is old, and but there's nothing else like it in terms of Middle-earth, and I think it does such a good job with that. And I'm not a huge MMO guy, but being in Middle-earth makes it something that's easy to forget that I'm, you know, just doing MMO stuff. I haven't seen much past Bree. Yeah, it's hopefully you've taken a little moment to at least go into the world map and scale out just to see how much it covers. It's stunning. I'm glad you like it, though. It's, yeah. For me, there's just nothing else like it. The world itself puts it above just about any other MMO or most other games I've played. Even if mechanically it might be a little simple or outdated. Should you level your Warden on the red or blue line? That's a good question. I'll say this. Well, you're playing on a hard level, so that might be something. I don't even know what I am. I don't even know how to get to it. Probably should pay more attention because I don't think I've been keeping up with that. The blue one's more durability, the red one's more attack, right? My understanding, if that's true, is that the red one will help you level faster. But if you're playing on a harder difficulty, durability might be traits. I think I go blue mostly, because I prefer durability just because it makes it a little easier. I guess I'm doing a mix of red and blue, but I'm not really touching yellow now that I'm looking at it. Persevere, yeah. Let me spend, how many points do I have? 7 more, okay. I guess I definitely lean a little more, I guess it's red now that I'm seeing it. I thought I leaned a little more blue, but now that I see that. Yeah, I think blue is tank and red is DPS. Yeah, so I think, since I'm mostly solo, I think I mostly do red first, then blue a little bit second, just because, you know, I'm just doing more damage, and I find myself having enough durability. Oh, interesting. Yellow's no longer a spec on its own. Interesting. Okay. The Nazgul vanished from my view, but he did not immediately depart. Legend tells that one of the ring wraiths was an Easterling king who had great skill in tracking the stealth. Only the dread that lay heavily upon my heart told of his presence. Now it's gone. The memory's black. It's good that we defeated him. The Nazgul has given him some power, etc., etc. We should return. Let's go back.
How can I...
Legolas pursued the Nazgul and hindered his plans to ally with the wood trolls. But the ring wraith escaped. The Nazgul must be found, for he is certainly aware that the One Ring has entered Rivendell, though it is hoped that Elrond's vigil keeps him blind to the secret ways. As long as one of the 9 remains abroad, we cannot hope to leave Rivendell, for neither the ring nor the ring-bearer would pass safely beyond the bounds of the troll shores.
Yeah, that's I gotta say, like, I feel like a lot has changed overall with those, not the character panels, the trade panels, that it was one of those things that was definitely not there in the original game quite in this way, so it's something I've never really mastered, I have to say. I think I have a burglar that's higher level that I think I focus a little bit more on with that stuff. We have ended the Nazgul's designs by slaying the wood troll, but the escape of so great a servant of the enemy casts a shadow upon my heart. Now, you're jumping into the MMO for the first time, Luchador. Do you do any of the book quests, or do you just mostly do regular questing? Are you focusing on just banging out areas, or... Let's see. Do I take the pants? I'm going to take the pants. It's a big bump in.
Mind my words, traveler.
I do not think this is the end of our search for the Nazgul that escaped the waters of the Brunnen. We must tell Master Elrond what's transpired, so speak to Elrond. I'm doing book and also side quest. Oh, and how are you enjoying it? Because that's the book quest is what I'm doing here. Probably getting spoiled a little bit. I hope that's not too big a deal. But really pulls me into the world. They do, for me, like, the book quests are so good in this game, and they make, it's what separates this MMO from others. Really makes the world come alive for me. So do you think you'll stick with the Warden, or do you think you're gonna, for sure, am I playing as a VIP? Yes, because I was lucky enough to get in on this game literally at launch. They offered pre-orders a lifetime subscription. I can never remember the amount, but I want to say $300. and I've said a few times like it was the best $300 I ever spent in gaming, because 17 years later, still, yeah. So I am playing as a VIP. How about you? Are you doing the free to play, or did you put some money down? I've heard that playing free to play gets you actually quite a bit. You don't have to spend money on the game. There's quite a bit there even without it. Like I've heard up to like level 100 and something is doable without. So yeah, it's pretty amazing to VIP for a bit, but free to play for now. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people I've heard talk about it say like free to play is fine. And what the other thing I heard is that even as you're just banging out the free stuff to like level 100 or whatever, you get so many Lotro points that it ends up working out. Are you enjoying the book quests at all? Are they working for you, or are they sort of like, eh? Obviously, since I've been playing this since launch, there's nostalgia sort of clouding. Okay, let's see. Book 4, Chapter 9.
Dark days are coming.
Okay, he's glad to hear our news. Don't grieve over much for the loss of the Nazgul. Reveals what we must do. He's going to speak to Gandalf. And we're going to keep our attention focused on the Nazgul.
Hope is not in vain.
Okay, so let me think about this for a second. Okay, I already did this one. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Oh yeah, are you playing a Hobbit? Or are you just running around in the Shire? Assuming I have that right. If my memory's correct. Not sure what to do to get the book, playing as a man, but I got the letter. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've always preferred the starting quest for men in Archit or whatever it is. But I know a lot of people truly love the rendition of the Shire here. Did I miss? So he's going to talk to Gandalf, but what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I agree. The book quests are definitely well written, and they really evoke the feelings you get from the world in the movies and the books. Yeah, I don't know what keeps happening where I'm not sure what to do next. Or did I just miss? Let's see, Volume 1, Book 4, Lotro. Okay, the unmarked trail. I thought that's what we were just doing. So then we talked to Legolas and... Okay. Talk to Elrond. We did that. So how do we get to Volume 1, Book 5? Okay. Let's see. Take it easy. And yeah, thanks for jumping in, and thank you for the follow. You know, if you don't see every single one here, you know, a lot of the whole thing goes up on YouTube as well, for Black Lodge Trivia Night. All the Lord of the Rings stuff we've done there, all the other stuff. But thank you, and yeah, take it easy, and I hope you continue to enjoy Lord of the Rings online. You know, so have a good night, man. So, what I think happened is Elrond is the guy I need to talk to trigger the next book. We've done Volume 1, Book 4, so now we're on to Book 5, but my fear is that it's going to be the same thing, which is we're not leveled enough. This is the wrong one. So that's something I should probably, not every single one of my sessions always gets streamed. So if you're curious to see the other stuff, it's definitely all up on YouTube.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Yeah, I don't think I have the level requirement yet for... Alright. So the next thing is going to send us up, I think, to the Misty Mountains. I wonder if I can... I don't know. Got some quests ready to go in the Troll Shaws. Maybe they're not too taxing. Like you have this sort of serene, peaceful, quiet, beautiful surroundings, and all of a sudden, like, the sounds of a compound fractured leg echo through the halls to disturb everyone. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna make our way over to the stables, I think. See what we can do. Okay, so we need to get down to here. Which is, man, shockingly big. And again, I have no memory of this place, as Gandalf once said. Where are we gonna go? When we get to this place.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Start figuring this out. Wow. Is this new? Like, I can't believe that this is... Ancient arches in the distance. This is certainly the road. How could I have not seen this before? Here we go.
What can I do for you?
Eladan sent you, has he? He writes that you have helped our cause and are to be trusted. stand below the ruins of Etheldir. Once a great stronghold. Servants of the enemy have infiltrated. Do what you can to thin them out. Okay. Defeat enemies, kill 10, kill the captain. Okay, let's see what's in here. Man, seriously, how did I not... Let's see, defeat orcs. Hopefully it sort of doubles up. As I'm killing the others, I'll kill... A little nervous about that. Gotta start doing some healing. Let's focus on that a bit. Buff up defenses. Again, I think Wall of Steel helps somehow, but I'm not 100% sure. They deflected them, though. I guess that makes sense. They're enemies that are red, so that's gonna cut into how much damage I can do. I hope is that the way they're just all running face first into my sword that I'm actually getting the numbers I need. Defeat orcs in the angle and keep an eye out. Okay. Woof. Okay. Purple means I don't think there's any way I can possibly take that person on. That's 8 levels high. This person is 6. I think 6 is the max. So my fear is that is the captain beyond me. Okay, at least let me talk to this guy outside.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Okay, if this orc leader comes in, I'm done. He's elite and beyond my level, so... Just looking for somebody specifically named a captain. And this one's not marked as a fellowship quest, so I doubt it's meant to be somebody that would be like a level 50 elite. See if there's like a side entrance over here. Okay, it's not a quest thing, but we'll take it. All right, but I'm not seeing the captains. I'm not gonna mess with elites that. Oh, okay, level 50. 15 levels higher. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Okay, so let's see what else I can. Let me get out of here. I don't know exactly how to deal with the captain just yet. Let me see if it shows me where. Okay, so it's somewhere in the ruins, but I'm not exactly sure where. What else do we have? I can keep going through the ruins to get to Orange, which is Relics of the Lost Kingdom. Let's see about doing that for now. Now the hell with it, I'm just gonna go for it. See if I see a captain on my way out. Don't. Okay. This is something I've always enjoyed about the Middle-earth setting. The idea that the ravens or whatever are spies for the forces of Mordor. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been here. Now, I know that I often eschew... There we go. Adventuring in Trollshaws because I find it a little annoying to navigate, but I just don't... Ghostly Roads. Defeat Ostwarren Ravagers. What are they? I just don't recall this at all. Oh well, let's get this started. Is that dread building up? Yeah, like that. Nope. What level are they? 43. So am I just stuck on this one too? Okay, let's give it a shot. Can you kill a purple? I don't think you can. Or can I? Maybe I'm making the mistake that you can actually... I just assumed purple was off limits. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so here I'm looking for Ravagers, and then I thought I was looking for relics. Oh, here we go. Okay. I don't know if anyone knows that. Like, is that a change that they made so that you can actually take on purple level enemies? I thought those were just like, forget it, you're dead. All right, so this one I think should take care of the Ravagers. There we go. So I just need to find the ancient artifacts. What do we got left? 3 of those? Okay. And again, all this is in service of hopefully getting back on track with the book quests. But this is interesting. Like, part of me is actually kind of curious to spend a little time here. Okay, so I think I got all of it. So I think I can get out of here. Is basically what I'm realizing. I'm gonna pop this yellow coward because hopefully it's easier. But I think I attracted, yep.
What do you need?
You know, while I'm here, let me go see if I pop one of the leaders, if that counts as a captain, now that I know you can take on a purple. Not getting the interrupts, I don't think. Neither the boot nor the shield slam seem to work. Glad to, Luchador jumped on and jumped into the chat for a bit. I appreciate that there's still new players finding this game and figuring it out. Because I'd love to see this game just go on and on. Like, even if it's only at a maintenance level. Just anything to keep it going, just because I just feel like it feels so unique to me as an MMO, just because of the world that it creates. Let's give this whoop. Nope, not yet. Alright, let's see if this counts as a captain. Oh, this is gonna go badly. I forgot they're elite. See if I can get some bleeds going just to help out. No. There's one, so let me get back to healing. I'll try that damage over time again. Some bleed. Okay, we stack those. Let's see if I can get some light damage going. I don't know if that's the right combo. Go back to healing. should have it. Okay, that seemed to count. Okay, what I'm going to do is... You know what? I'm just going to get out of here. Blow past these guys. It's probably a defiler right there. I guess we're dealing with this guy. Okay.
What do you need? Might you spare a moment?
Okay,
of your
between
time?
Eladan's note and your accomplishment, I'm willing to trust you with a task, if you're willing. Take this report to Thalanthril. She's at Tham Lumen, a camp in the northeastern part of the land. Her assistance will mean that I can continue to my watch here. Okay. Yeah, how did I not... Like Swanfleet, like that's definitely got to be a new...
Might you spare a moment of your time?
It's just shocking how big this world is. Okay, so I do have... Let me hand in stuff to the north really quickly before I make my way. Where does that bridge go? And the troll shaws? Like... Okay, somebody here is who I have to talk to, so who is it? It's not Eladan. There you are.
What can I do for you?
Like, I don't love the troll shaws, but this I genuinely think is pretty cool. Man, so what's been going on at Black Lodge? You know, we started 2 new things. Like, you know, if you don't know how our thing works, it's a, you know, we work on a rotation. Matt finished up his Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Menace Under Otari, which meant that Patrick and I were back up. And Patrick went with Eat the Reich, which is, at the time of this recording, the next one going up. I'm recording this on Sunday night into, I guess now it's after midnight, Monday morning. Yeah, and he went with Eat the Reich, which is an interesting little sort of, you know, done to the nines sort of convention one-shot kind of game. And I wasn't sure what to make of it, to be honest with you. It's not my type of game. And I couldn't tell chicken and egg thing. Like, it's a game that, you know, so role-playing, you could argue when you choose a role-playing game, you know, choose something you a life you want to live out, right? And so the joke is always, why am I like a boring human fighter? It's because, not because I love being a boring human fighter. Well, I mean, I'm probably a pretty boring person in real life, but because it's, I don't know how to, it does, there are things that will occur to that character that I find interesting to experience. So Eat the Reich, you play a Nazi massacring vampire. And the premise is interesting, but there's a couple things about it that I'm still not sold on. I may never be sold on. It's definitely fun. I mean, hell, you're playing a role-playing game. It's always going to be fun. Patrick's doing a great job running it. It's always fun to play with the guys. But the fantasy of like being ultra violent is not something that jumps out at me. You know, like I don't like movies like Saw. I don't like movies like Hostel. You know, that sort of like over the top violence porn kind of stuff. Search the abandoned burrows. Okay. So what's Relics of the Lost Kingdom? Complete the crumbling halls of blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it's sort of like it doesn't speak to me. Playing vampires, you know, is something that I'm not super into. Like, I don't
Stay a moment.
have any real passion for vampires, but if you present like an interesting situation, like, which is something I think maybe Vampires the Masquerade could do, maybe it'd be interesting. And I've read an old Vampires the Masquerade rulebook. I played, there we go. I played the old Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines or whatever the role-playing, computer role-playing game was, and I found all of it really cool. So I think I could get into it, but being that just so you can commit acts of like extreme violence doesn't necessarily grab me immediately. And so the premise of the game, I'm not sure would ever hook me. But as I say in the recording, like, I'm really glad, you know, for Black Lodge Trivia Night that everybody brings the stuff that they're interested in, and it gets me to try something I never would have tried. And I'm having a great time, you know, even though the idea of like committing, again, acts of ultraviolence doesn't necessarily jive. I'm glad it's in the table, and I'm glad I can give it a shot. And then, of course, we started the, we did a session 0 and a first session of, what's this? Of the Cold War spy game. Session 0, I think, was okay. Oh, interesting. It's like Hobbit. Abandoned burrow. Oh. Do I need to be down here? Oh yeah, search the abandoned burrows. Okay. I wonder what the lore is for this. You know, like, again, I've said it a million times, I don't know anything really about Middle-earth, so the fact that there's like hobbit burrows here, I don't get it, but I do find the concept of it fascinating, because, you know, in my head they've just been sort of relegated to the Shire, and I don't know if that's something that's just happened over time, or if that was a choice as the world got more dangerous, they got more isolationist. I really don't know. So whenever we get to record next, I think we're back to the second session of the Cold War spy game. You know, the first session did a lot of setting up, after the session 0 was character creation. And I don't know, we didn't roll many dice, so we'll have to see how it goes as we start doing more dice rolls. But there's certain mechanics I'm hoping has more impact than it has so far. I'll just leave it at that. I feel like I'm just going in a circle. Joking around in the Discord with Pete on the Discord about wanting to run something anti-exploit. The monster you're attacking has no way to get to you and okay. Maybe I got confused by the geometry. There we go. It leveled up, so I'm sure if I wanted to, I could go start book 5. It says blocked off door. Can I go in? But I was joking that it would be what are we looking at? 45. Ah, hell, I've done. I was joking with Pete about running something in Fantasy Grounds, but I think I'm only half joking. Because I feel like there's... Oh, I can do level 4 healing now. That's good. Celebration of skill, yeah, so I can have 3 levels of healing going. Get level 1 up, get level 2 going again. Finish off with level 3. Get some, see if I can get some bleeds going. No? No? Okay. You can see a lot of deflected, a lot of barely any damage. So, you know, again, that's the problem with going after somebody who's almost 10 levels higher than you, but chipping away a little bit. Got the bleed going, which I was a little surprised by, but that's good. Nice. All right. Find a strangely carved stone. What I might do is I might just bounce this way, just so I don't have to make my way through the whole complex again. Yeah, so kind of excited. Like, I know the summer's going to get a little tricky because of vacations and stuff, but I'm hoping we can stay pretty on schedule for the most part. What have you found there? Did you find anything of import? Show him the stone. A strange object. But then he tips his hand. How did he know the name of the person? Where am I? I feel like... Relics of the Lost Kingdom. So what's going on here? I'm just gonna... let me just bounce around a little bit, because I'm not 100% sure where it's trying to send me there. I do like when you use the stone, it just puts you like crotch in face close to the person you need to talk to.
May gewonnen.
All right, what else is going on? Turn to, okay, I did.
How can I be of service?
So let's see, heavy armor, take the medium. Okay, where's Lynn? Where is this? It's way down there. Can I get to here with a coin? Let me see if there's a...
Greetings to you.
Take the slow way, just because I'm kind of curious to see it. Assuming I chose the right cam. Anyway, and then it's kind of cool because, you know, like, I think Matt's talking up doing some, Delta Green or Fall of Delta Green so we can get some more, like, conspiracy horror going. It's gonna, man, I feel like we're in a good chunk of the lineup. But yeah, like I was saying, I was joking, half joking, maybe not joking at all about doing some Fantasy Grounds. And I've always wanted to run a little bit of Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu, and I know Fantasy Grounds is one of the official VTTs at the moment, so I'm half tempted to just do a little short thing to get that going. But then the other thing that I've been sort of prepping a little bit, just to have it at the ready back burner kind of thing, is Ker Nethalas. I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but it's a game that's meant to either run co-op or solo. And it's not your typical Iron Sworn Oracle-driven kind of game, which I really like those. If you've seen the channel, you've seen us do Starforged, I think. Patrick did a little bit of that. I did Dragonbane using, you know, the person who, Sean Tompkins, I think, created the Oracle for that. I did Solo the One Ring, which I think also Sean Tompkins worked on the Oracle for that. A lot of good Oracle gaming's occurred here, but Ker Nethalas does not do that. It's more of like a dungeon crawl. But what's kind of cool is on the table, it's got this sort of system where you can just sort of roll dice and, you know, you get the map, but the actual rooms themselves don't matter. Then you go to the description of the rooms and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. But in Foundry, there is, and I only know about this, and I don't know if I'm going to remember. Let me jot this down. Link to guy who made Ker Nethalas Foundry stuff. Because he mentioned oh man, this is really cool. This must be the camp. Yeah, no, I hope so. This is really cool. I have never been here, I don't believe. And,
Hail, friend, and well met.
huh. Speak to the guard. This is really, again, like I said, like, I don't know if I'm in love with adventuring in the troll shaws, but this I would definitely be all over. Okay, so we did that. But yeah, Ker Nethalas. So I started doing some prep for that in Foundry, and the nice thing about Foundry is there's a module that lets you sort of make a random map, because again, it's not so important what the rooms are. I hope it just gives a nice mix of rooms and hallways because of what I've seen in the book. But I'm really curious to give it a shot. I think if I were going to do something cooperatively with the rest of the guys, I'd want to do Iron Sworn and really dive into like the granddaddy of them all. But
What can I do for you?
Collect twisted armbands. So we've got a couple things. Talisman hunted. That's red. What's that? Let me How do I get there? Yeah, let me... Now, there was a wagon up here that had a quest.
Stay a moment.
Collect strange mushrooms. Might not spend too much time on that, but unless it's like this, like just right in your face easy. Anyway, again, it's the Black Lodge Trivia Night effect. You get so many more games to the table than I've ever gotten before. At the same time, over at the AAC Alcoholic Adventure Cabal, I've got my sci-fi game that just, I say this like with love, like it just won't die. And we just did our 24th or 25th session. I don't know if it's up yet, but yeah, just search for Alcoholic Adventure Cabal. And it's M space, even though it's so far past that. But again, it's Matt from Black Lodge Trivia Night over there, and a couple of guys from the AAC Guild, and it's just it's stayed interesting. I hope it's been interesting for the players. I assume it's interesting for the players because they, I don't think they would keep playing it just to spite me. I mean, that would be painful for them. So I'm hoping that means it's stayed interesting for them, but it's given me the chance to run, a lot of the types of sci-fi stories and adventures I've always wanted to. There we go, there's one. So I appreciate the fact that one's still going. And then, of course, on the AAC Cabal, I'm doing some One Ring, sort of once a month. But because of, again, summer stuff, travel, blah, 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 they're sort of a little spaced out at the moment. But I think that one's going okay, too. And, it's sort of like a self-fulfilling snowball effect kind of thing. Playing this gets me excited for the One Ring gets me excited for this, goes back and forth. But with that one, we got the adventure sort of kicked off. The party has to go to Anuminas to sort of find out what happened to a missing party of rangers. They haven't checked in. And so they sort of figured out what's going on with that, what might have happened to that party, and then where it's going to take them. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's fun for them. Again, I'm having fun running it, but... And the game is very evocative of the setting. I didn't appreciate that when I first read the rules. As I've said before, I was skeptical. Turns out I was wrong to be skeptical. It's good stuff. Mushrooms. How many more do I need? 2? Okay. Let's get these 2 and call it done. A little bit of, I guess you could say, a little bit of an uninspired, fetch, but that's what MMOs are, right? We're sort of spoiled in the fact that we aren't really questing, we're just doing the books. You know what? Let's just get moving on to the next section here. To heal a healer, what's... kind of curious why I'm getting like a hard yellow. It's not giving me like a general area, it's giving me almost like the exact location of the herbs, which I was surprised by. Maybe it's just because they're hard to see, and maybe like as they tested it, they're like, we need a little more guidance.
Greetings. Might I take a moment of your time?
Okay, again, I'll grab this, but I'm going to start making my way to the next section. The talisman hunted one. But yeah, what I ended up doing for the One Ring tabletop game is I sort of looked at Warg's Prowl among the Old Mountain. Yep, okay. I looked at the intro adventure and I sort of blew it out a little bit. And I think what they give you for starting adventure is good. And I think that it lends itself to expanding if you want. And if you don't want, that's okay. Still got the gambit built up. Okay.
How can I be of service?
Okay. Let's see. We haven't been able to find the talisman. Okay. So he thinks it might be on a fortress further to the south. Let me take out this guy. Okay, where's the twisted armbands, though? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, not that I remember side quests and with any, like, clarity, but, Again, for somebody who's been playing this game since the beginning for like the last 17 years, I don't think I've ever done this. And again, that's part of what I love about this game. Like, you know, there's just, the world has become so big. Maybe this wasn't here originally. The world is just so big that you can almost... Casual players like myself can keep finding new stuff.
What can I do for you?
Okay, where else we got? Like, I love this touch, like the fallen tree that's been turned into a bridge, and these sort of, I guess, elvish lamps? I don't know. Twisted armbands, okay. There we go, 6. I'm glad it's just as simple as killing these things. It's not like you have to... At least so far, for everyone I take out, I get an armband, so that's good. Oops, I'm about to die. So let me get some healing going. What are we up to? 10? Let's pop these two guys and call it. What level is this guy? Let me see if there, I was going to say, let me see if there's one that's red, just to make it a little easier. I don't feel like him disappearing is helping him because he's bleeding out while he's doing his thing. What level are you? 42. Okay. Oh, Glorfindel. Huh. My memory serves, that's a big-time name, so...
How can I be of service?
I guess it makes sense that they're elvish. I mean, the sort of elvish lamps. What I'm gonna do is, let me...
Will you lend me your ear?
I think we're getting into generic, like, just kill whatever, do whatever. But I want to get... How do I get to Swanfleet? I'm tempted... What's this one? The town is named Mailbox. Clearly that's not it, but what's the name of the... Let's go for a ride. So is the trick to take this road down? Because it doesn't seem like there's a crossing. Let me just see what's up with this guy. I passed him a couple of times, and I wasn't able to help him before.
Would you do something for
Forge for Wildcat. I don't care. Need to kill 10 of these, is that it? Should do it. I mean, I guess if I'm here, right? Why not? I'll have to ask, you know, a good friend of mine, I mean, good friend, we've been really good friends for most of our lives. He's on our Discord. I might have to ask him if he remembers this place. Because he's been playing this game from the beginning just like I have. You know, I mentioned when Luchador was on the chat, he asked if I was a VIP, and I mentioned that I'm lucky enough to got the lifetime membership, and my friend has one as well. But I don't know how often he checks. Oops. I don't know if he checks in with the game very often at this point, and I just don't know if he ever checked this area out. He's more into like survival, like crafting games at the moment. And we've played a few of them together. Valheim was the main one we jumped into for a while. And I thought that one was solid. The problem is I don't like the building and the crafting. I definitely enjoyed exploring and adventuring with the guys. And, you know, I'm happy to help them get the materials they need. But now he's mentioned a game V Rising that seems to have the perspective of like a Diablo game, which I think genuinely helps with the building, because the sort of over-the-shoulder or first-person perspective for building, when you have to get into height, it just turns into a mess. Oops, I'm gonna die, so I need to get some healing going. Nope. Revive for free. Let's pull back a bit. Sort of watching my morale a little bit here. It doesn't seem like these things are particularly tough. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention with the string of things I've been fighting. Maybe I need to take things more seriously because they are, you know, they are red. They're not... I'm just sort of taking them for granted. You know, I mentioned when I was, again, chatting briefly with Luchador that, you know, the thing I spent the most time with, like, figuring out the colored, you know, blue, yellow, red path was for my burglar cat character. And then I, saw a video, you know, I don't know the names of the creators. I know Louis7, because he does a lot of Lotro content. And he did a video with a woman, another content creator, where they each decided to... They did a stream where they each picked the class they enjoyed the least and played it. And so she chose a warden, which I was gobsmacked because wardens are awesome. And Louis chose, and I think Louis genuinely likes wardens. And he chose a burglar. And those are the two classes I have the most experience with, burglars and wardens at this point. And I really like the burglar. Because it looks like there's ruins to the south. There's a full-blown town here. But again, like, so, like, you know, Louis 7, he played it, you know, sort of ranking it as like one of his not favorite classes. I'm wondering, did it change his mind at all, or is there much love for the burglar at this point? So I'm under-leveled for these quests. They used to have, obviously, a strong role in fellowships that don't really mean anything as much anymore, but that just made me wonder, you know, if anybody loves the burglar. I genuinely love soloing with it. I thought it was really fun. It might not be efficient, but it does make me, you know, like, so, you know, for the people who check this out, you know, what classes are you into? Are people just, you know, min-maxing with a hunter because you get, you run faster, you get to, like, jump all over the world, you know, you DPS really high, like, or there's some, like, guardian freaks out there that still go old school. Hey, how's it going, Potino Bowen? Thanks for jumping into the, looks like you're raiding, very nice. Hopefully you're enjoying the raid. I just had a bunch of people jump in. I wonder... Oh, I see. It's not raiding in the game. It's raiding... Got it. I don't know what I'm talking about in terms of Twitch. That's when a bunch of people jump in from another stream, and I appreciate that, so thank you. Hey, how's everybody doing? It's a Tater raid. Nice. How you doing, TD Growl, Epic Games TV? Of course, I understand it's late. But thanks for jumping in. I appreciate everybody who just popped in. It is late. If you're on the East Coast, it's a pretty stupid hour to be playing video games on a work night, but stupid is what I bring to the table. Am I new to Lotro or just streaming? Happy Canada Day. Very nice. Happy Canada Day to those who celebrate. Am I new to Lotro? I'm definitely not new to Lotro. Am I new to streaming? A little bit, yes. We decided, a couple of guys and I decided we wanted to do an RPG channel. And we're going to focus mostly on tabletop games, but one of the other guys wanted to do some streaming. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I'll figure it out and give it a shot. He usually does, he got started streaming like Souls games, which I also love, but I genuinely love Lord of the Rings Online and wanted to give it some attention. What server am I on? That's a good question. I don't know if there's a way to immediately... If I had to list... It's, yeah, how do I tell? Following, it's on the social, right? Oh, type in /lock in chat, right? Okay, let me see. Arkenstone. Does that show up on the social panel? Maybe not. I appreciate that. So what I'm doing now, not that it's terribly interesting, is I'm just sort of going off on a sort of Lotro tangent. I don't know if this area is relatively new to the game. As in, like... Oh, that's an endgame server. Okay, interesting. So I don't know if this area... I'm currently in the angle of... You don't want to hear me pronounce this for 20 minutes. And I do not recall... Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I've heard about that. TD Growl says I do the music thing. I just did finish... They finished a concert in Landreval. Yeah, the game has a really... My understanding, this game has a really robust, like, instrument system, right? And one of the community in this game is second to none. I think sort of people put on concerts. Do you pick a specific instrument? As for what I'm doing here, I'm trying to do something dumb. Again, all these areas don't seem familiar to me from when I started playing the game at launch. I'm just curious, like, what's going on here? Swanfleet. Just never feel like there's a better way to get here, but I've just never... I have no idea what's going on down here. Did I get all the... I did. Okay. So basically I was just trying to do the dumb thing like you would do in Skyrim, like, can I get there? Let's see, my characters carry 22 instruments and swap them out depending on the song. Oh, very nice. And I don't know if you're familiar, like, do you play instruments with, like, hotkeys? Like, one of the games I started with in terms of role-playing games on a computer was Ultima 5, and you could play harpsichord to unlock certain things by using the numeric keys. How many people, if I don't know if you know this, how many people jumped in together to put on the concert? And, you know, again, pardon my ignorance, is Landroval, is that server like a hardcore, like, role-playing server? Is that... Have I gotten across yet? Where am I? Oh, Swanfleet. Western Region. Now that area, region, I sort of remember as the area you go to get to Moria? But I guess I just never knew that they expanded with like Western and Swanfleet. And... Okay, I use a plugin to play pre-made. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can indeed play manually, but not many do that. And is it the classic, like, no stairway? So I have a feeling that I'm probably way out of my league and... Oh no, level 15. That's not what I was expecting. What kind of music do I like? I'm not super picky. I tend not to... There's certain things... It's more like I tend not to like death metal or country music. I grew up on, you know, because I'm old, stuff that my dad liked. He really liked Fleetwood Mac, Paul Simon, Billy Joel. So I grew up on a lot of that. But I like the Beastie Boys. I like Blues Trout, like just all over the place. Except, I will say, usually not country music. How about you? Oh, you probably love my band. I do all old school class. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So maybe it is Stairway. I mean, I like Zeppelin. You know, I like... the whole area was made as part of the new Star... Oh, right! As an alternate path for starting characters. Interesting. I've done all three of those. I've played, you know, obviously Dwarf Man. Is it any good? I genuinely still enjoy, and I haven't gotten tired of, like, the Brie Archit. I can play Zeppelin for 6 at nice. Very nice. You know, the Doors. I mean, again, like, I like classic rock. I like regular rock. I like modern stuff. You know, I got kids. Kids these days really like the Taylor Swift, and, you know, that's fine. I'm not too picky. Classical, all of it. I guess, you know, not to sound like a jerk, probably not like a hardcore jazz fan, maybe. It's not that I don't like jazz the way I don't really care for like hardcore speed metal or country, but somebody's asking me what I'm going to put on. It's probably not that. I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm just basically trying to get to a road. Yeah, so I love to help others learn the Lotro music system. So if any of your chat wants to learn, I'm easy to find. Very nice. And you're on the Landrovals. I'm saying that wrong, but that's the server you're on, Landroval. I think I've backed into where I was getting away from. A 12-part band plays on 10 servers, including Arkansas. Oh, very nice. So do you have to have alts then, or is there some way to transfer the instruments between alts, I imagine? And this is a dumb question, like, you know, it looked like, you know, there's a raid that jumped on the channel to watch for a little bit. Was it all the band folks, like, finishing up the concert and just jumping around Twitch to see what was going on? I have 145 Blue Line Elf Hunter. Okay. Clones on 10 servers. Whoa. Okay. Now, is that something you had to, like, level up each one, or is there a way to just sort of... I guess, did they give you an item that helps you, like, jump to, like, level 100 at some point? Or I guess at this point, if you've been playing for a while, you could probably speed level a hunter pretty efficiently, I imagine. Okay, each one has to be a minimum level 25 to play all the instruments, but I do have a few high-level clones. Oh, nice. Very nice. And I confess, this kind of stuff is sort of new to me. Is this, like, is there, like, tend to be specific places, like, you know, yeah, we always, this happens in the Shire, or is there... I'm sure I can get up this hill. Okay, so... This is all whatever, but let me speed back here, hand this in. Again, you're right there when you teleport back. I mostly play in Bree, but you can play anywhere, lots of events happening. Very nice. So, where's the weirdest place you've ever had one pop up? Nope. If that's the right way to ask that question. Just gonna hand in a couple of quests. What does this guy want?
Welcome.
Tart berries. I think I'm gonna decline. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start making my way back to Rivendell. Where can I muster? Estelden, Evandin. Try Osgaruth. Let's make our way over to Rivendell. So everybody that sort of jumped in, the thing I was trying to focus on was book quests. That's sort of, I wouldn't say necessarily like speed running the book quests, but I got to the point where I was short a level, so that's why I was sort of running around that area, which I was very unfamiliar with to get a level. I got like a level and a half. And so at some point what I need to do is maybe sort of get one more level before I keep going, just so I'm never hitting a deficit. Let's see. At the end of August, I'll be doing a special show inside Drithbang. Oh, Mordor. Oh, wow. It's a triple bill album. Comes with Rush. Farewell. Oh, I'm a fan of Rush as well. Yeah, I should say. Farewell to King's Grace, Under Pressure, Permanent Waves. Oh, nice. Permanent Waves. That's, I'm a fan of that album. Is that an album that, like, hardcore Rush fans are often... hired security to keep the orcs at bay. Nice. Nice. We're going to take down Sauron with rock. Yeah, I don't know, like his Permanent Wave's a little more synthy than, but I like that album. Let's see if we can get up to Elrond. Actually, serious question. Like, do you have to worry about that when you put on a concert? Do you need people to, like, keep spawning mobs away? Let's see if I can get the book quest yet.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Okay. Most Rush fans fall off after moving pictures. Yeah, yeah. I mean, moving pictures is good too. Yeah. I got into Rush through an old friend of mine, no longer with us, sadly. And it wasn't your usual starting point. What's the album with Force 10? I can picture the cover. It's like all red, but there's like three-dimensional spears on it that are throwing shadows or something to differentiate it from the background. That's one of the newer, right? That yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it might have been a weird place to start. And for some reason, that's the one I heard first when I was hanging out with my friend. But then, of course, you know, you hear all the old ones as well. And then, you know, you get, you know, then like, I even like the, I don't know how, there was a more recent one, but that, again, more recent could mean 20 years ago. The album cover was like dark blue or purplish. I'm trying to think. First one was Hemisphere. I like that one too, yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out, among other things, I'm trying to figure out, question, how to trigger Volume 1, Book 5. Hemispheres was good. I mean, they're all good. Well, I mean, I say there's a Rush one. Do I just go talk to Gloin? Or is there something that's going to send me to go talk to Gloin? Let me go talk to Gloin. See what happens. I'm just Googling Rush albums. Discography. Yeah, Fly By Night I like. 2112, Farewell to Kings, Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, Picture, all the Signals. Hold Your Fire is the one I was thinking of. I don't know if I know Power Windows. Counterparts, I know that was one of the last ones I bought. There's more than I was expecting that came after that. But I guess why would I be surprised? You know, I think they're still around, so. I think I want to go. Hoping Gloin is at the first camp into the Misty Mountains. Are they still touring? I lose track. If something happened to the drummer, Neil Peart. I don't know why I'm singling him out, but I thought maybe I heard something. Then I guess, do you guys play Rush? It sounds like you did. I can play 7 full Rush albums in game. Very nice. That's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing what these games can do. So in these bands, you go with a particular instrument? Is this the right? Yeah. I know you have a collection of instruments, but do they tend to be No, I guess you said it depends on what's needed, so I imagine it covers the spectrum. I wonder, are there other things like that, like sort of scenes that have built up around the Lotro community? See, every band that plays transcribes the MIDI files differently. Got it. Okay. We can get pretty creative with the different instruments, each having unique. So, oh, that's interesting. So you actually, in a sense, you know, if I'm sort of picturing this correctly, like you're doing sort of like full arrangements, you know, playing around with those. I can see that being pretty interesting. And does that take musical training? Or is it more like programming because of the MIDI? Not programming like coding, but Google the the TDs. Let me jot that down. TEEDES.
What do you want?
Cool. I find it amazing. Not always like one particular thing, but just all the things that come up in a community-driven game such as this, or like old Star Wars Galaxies. But I feel like this one in particular has a real strong sense of community. I don't know if that's true of like games like Final Fantasy XIV, which I know is very popular and story-driven and things like that, but I don't know what it gets beyond that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Google the TDs. Yeah, I'll Google them. I'm no musician. The only thing I play in real life is a radio. Okay. Totally true, especially with the huge music community here. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know if... I mean, again, I feel like in other games, maybe they include the kinds of mechanics you might need for music, but I feel like Lord of the Rings, the Middle-earth, it really fits the setting. Like the ideas that they have, you know, like the festivals and things like that. You know, maybe that's not unique to this game in particular, but it feels like it would be thematic in this game more than it would in some others where it would be just things to do. Okay, so I'm not getting what I need to start book 5 here. There are a few games that allow player-generated music, but Lotro has by far the best one. That doesn't surprise me. I wonder if it's been that way from the beginning, or if it's something they've been able, because it's, I mean, how many games last 17 years, almost 2 decades? And was it that they had the ability to iterate or react to player feedback, or I don't know what. Not getting any quests either here, so I feel like the Misty Mountains is like a level 40-ish. I guess I'm not. I'm 36. Just cleaning out some inventory. This might give some people fits because I don't do much crafting. So I'm just selling stuff I could probably do more efficient things with, but I've been playing Conscious for a year. Oh, wow. And is that something, when you jumped into Lotro, is that something you went right into, or were you playing for a while and then sort of came across that scene, or did that scene in particular draw you to this game? Okay, I played normally for about a year before falling in love with the music system and the community. Very nice. So I guess a stupid question. Do you ever just sort of like, I feel like leveling, or is most of your time in game now focused on what you need to do for the music, and any other gameplay, questing, book quests, whatever, just becomes secondary to that? Like you get to level 145 because you need to for some reason, but character inventory, there's some item that I just saw. Tracker's trousers. Yeah, let's do that. There's something else though that I saw. What's this? Let's get that going. Sure. It's an earring. Am I up for that yet? No. I thought there was something else. I play sometimes. Pretty much did everything, so now it's mostly loitering and Bree making noise. Nice. Oh yeah, that's what it was. But it's nice though that there's something to keep you coming back to the game. I mean, that's the thing. I know sometimes people, they might slight MMOs for the type of gameplay they might provide, but nothing substitutes the community and the things that get people invested. Because it becomes really sort of personal. The things that you find or the people you link up with or whatever. Let me put this here. There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Is your need so great that you must bother me?
Is the late level stuff good? The furthest I've ever gotten was with another character. Whoa, okay. I met the love of my life here, so have many others I know. That's pretty special then. That's not gonna just... It's not going to happen in just any game. So that's great. I guess that's one thing. So yeah, I guess Lotro then will always have like a very, very special place in your life. Yeah, the furthest I've ever gotten in the game, like playing it in a literal sense, was like into the mid 80s. Starting with the Rohan stuff. And that didn't grab me. And so I faded a little bit, and then they started introducing the legacy servers, and I was like, let me try a burglar, because I messed around with a warden for a while. And ended up really enjoying that. But then again, when we started this, this whole RPG channel, and one of the other guys on it, Matt, started doing Souls games. I was like, yeah, let me get some Lord of the Rings going. It's been too long. And I went back to the Warden because that was my first love, but the point was to show the book quest from the beginning, so I had to start at level 1. Lotro is a more mature player, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could see the role-playing community here being stronger than... but I'm saying that based on nothing. I played a little World of Warcraft. I've never really done Final Fantasy 14. I don't know what the big ones are these days. Guild Wars 2? I have no idea. But I could see mature in a sense that, right, what you just said, like not toxic, emotional maturity, but also maybe this is true of other games as well, but I feel like with Lord of the Rings Online, the people here stick with it, if that makes sense. Mature in the sense that the players have been here for a while as well. They're not like fair weather fans. They don't feel like the type of community that's just going to bounce. But again, that's all, what does my gut say? Anecdotal. It's not I have no reason to think any of that's backed up by anything. So what I need to do then is get back to the angle. Maybe I can do some more questing to get to level 37. I tend to agree with that. Okay, so yeah, maybe I'm not crazy. That's how it always struck me, but, you know, I wasn't, you know, that's just like the vibe I get. Because the few people that I, you know, personally that play, you know, we've been playing forever. And we still dabble here and there. I wanted to do this for our channel here to, you know, let people who might not know anything about Lord of the Rings Online that it's absolutely still worth checking out. And I wanted an excuse to not just dabble, to really get into it again. I think I just screwed this up. Maybe I can go around. Okay, so I need to get to... There we go.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Nope, wrong one.
What do you need?
I started seeing somebody's doing like an independent project where they sort of restore the game to its most original state, where they, and maybe as far as they would go is like book 11 that was added after the game, so that's as far as the passion would go. I like to stream myself mostly to record my concerts, but the Lotro Twitch community is pretty awesome too. Yes, I've enjoyed, I don't know if this is what most people do, but just like when I'm doing something else, like, you know, this RPG channel is obviously for tabletop RPGs, so if I'm doing prep for that, getting that ready for a game, I'll often find myself putting on a Lotro stream on the side and just listening, keeping it in the corner of my eye, etc., while I do the virtual tabletop prep. Do you stream a lot? Well, you said mostly to record my concerts. I was surprised. Poteen, let me I feel like that sounds familiar, but let me just jot it down to make sure as I drive into a wall. The streaming stuff, we needed to, again, you know, part of the point of this channel is it's mostly on YouTube, I will say that. There are times when I can't actually stream my play, so I put it together in chunks, and so everything ends up on YouTube. But trying to figure out how to get everything put together to... Oh, here's the one. Oh, very nice. Oh, I appreciate that. Then I'll have to make sure I check out that channel. Check out their channel. Yeah, the streaming took... Trying to figure out how to do it. Was a little daunting. I don't know if I do it right, but so was he streaming like it was a part of the concert, or was he just streaming something else and it just everybody jumped in? I feel like I've watched his stuff. Okay, I'm gonna talk to these people and just get these quests on the book, just because, again, I'm
Stay a moment.
trying to figure out what I need to do to get book 5 going.
Stranger.
Nearby threat, what's that? Defeat wolves. Defeat lynx, okay. What time? think what I need... So my hope had been that I would figure out how to get book 5 going after I leveled, and then I could pick up fresh from there. Because I don't know if people are on the East Coast or not, but it is now 2 in the morning. I popped in to visit his channel after my concert. Okay, he was playing Lotro and raided another Lotro player. That's very kind. That is very kind. Let me see. How do we... I guess you click on that and then you could see... Oh, I see. Then you can see who's playing. Interesting. Yeah, you know, I've never actually figured out... Like I said, I'm kind of new to streaming and stuff. I've sort of figured out what a raid is because of... I heard it mentioned in somebody else's channel once. But I don't know, is it just sort of like an agreement, hey, everybody go onto this channel and check it out? Not sure how it works. I only play Lotro and love to meet other streamers who play too. Very nice. Oh yeah, okay, so you're not like a hardcore video game player, it's just sort of Lotro. Yeah, it's a way to send viewers from one stream to go visit another. Oh, very nice. I have a large list of channels I follow, all mainly Lotro. Oh, very nice. Well, that's good. Hopefully that means there's like a pretty big community out there. Yeah, because I was just... Once you mentioned rating, I was just looking to see who else is live. Looks like there's a guy in Australia. And then there's... his name is The Last White Male. And then there's... Sora Oblivion. I don't know anything about either of those streamers, but... That's interesting. So is a raid something you can do from like the stream manager or something, or you just say, hey, everybody go check this out? Okay, as far as game categories, Lotro has a crappy viewer count, but we don't care. We still love it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I confess, like, I've never, I don't think... The guy who sort of got, again, it's 3 of us, we started this RPG channel. Oh, I see, you can set up the raid with commands. And it was mostly started on YouTube to do actual plays of tabletop RPGs. But one of the guys, yeah, he wanted to say, let's get something going on Twitch, but we've never really cared about, like, let's grow the numbers kind of stuff. It's just, we just do it for fun. But it's good to see that there's some people... Oh, and that's Lotro in a nutshell, right? Like, might not be the biggest thing in the world, but the people who love it really love it, so they support it, stick with it, etc. That makes sense. So it doesn't surprise me at all that might be small, but probably loyal. Same, I do it for my own reasons too. I don't care about the follows and views, and I'm not monetized due to DMCA. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Well, hopefully Standing Stone Games, is that who? I hope they're doing well, or well enough to keep this going. I'd say, like, I don't need this game to become the latest and greatest. I just need it to keep on going so I can enjoy it. Games. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, it's good that your music isn't dinged too much, even though it might be like bands. Oh. You know, because when I hear, like, you know, Amazon's thinking about doing something, you know, or, you know, they were working on a potential patch that they then walked back, and then the only songs I've ever had muted by the Eagles. Oh, interesting. I guess one of their lawyers is a Lotro fan. Hey, how's it going, Wicked Wolf? Thanks for jumping in. Although I confess, the hour is very late here, and I think I'm going to need to sign off pretty soon. What time is it? My time is 2:10 in the morning, and while I don't have to get up at the crack of dawn for work, I do have to get up at some point. What was I doing? Let me hand these two in really quickly.
Mako Vanen.
Okay, add the armbands and... Okay, to the fire. Did I do it? Long day too. It was nice to meet you as well. It's nice to meet everybody. I really appreciate everybody that jumped in. I wish I knew how to set up a raid to the other folks that are still streaming.
What do you need?
I don't know anything about them, but yeah, it's sort of to pass it along. Is my stream working? I just had a weird thing show up. Have a good night. Take care.
How can I be of service?
Pick tart berries. I don't even know where. Oh, back a bit. Okay.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Safeguarding the passage. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's to the folks jumping on. I apologize. I think I'm gonna have to call it for the night. But I appreciate everybody who jumped on. You know, for people who don't know, who might be interested, you know, this channel is called Black Lodge Trivia Night, and that's a reference to the Black Lodge in Twin Peaks. And it was started mostly to do tabletop RPG actual plays, but as you can tell, like, one of us is a huge fan of Lord of the Rings Online. I don't always stream it live, but whatever I do for Lord of the Rings Online ends up on YouTube, if that's of any interest. But I try and do this live as much as I can, but, you know, things get busy sometimes. I got family walking around. I can't get a peaceful sort of segment of time to do it. But I do really appreciate everybody who jumped in. If you're into tabletop RPGs, we have Discords, we have Twitter, whatever. But if you're here for Lord of the Rings Online, there will definitely be more because I'm trying to work my way through book quests. Because I've only seen them up through Rohan, and I know Rohan, maybe, yeah, I think I stopped somewhere around there, and I'm just really curious, and I think it's something that makes this MMO really special, as well as, you saw here the people who stick with the game. So thank you again to everybody who jumped into the chat and who jumped in to watch the stream, and to everybody who's jumped into the YouTube channel and subscribed, or the people who jumped into the Discord. We appreciate all of it. So thank you very much. And I hope everybody has a good night. Take care.